2 million. That's the number of teenagers who attempt suicide every year. Every day you hear students say, "Wow, this test is giving me anxiety. My grade is really depressing me," or "all these finals make me want to kill myself." But how many of you actually feel this way? These terms thrown around like jokes and over-exaggerations are actual problems that students face within themselves. People could be saying these things, not even aware the person sitting right next to them is struggling with these problems. You can see someone smiling and laughing, but is that really them, or is that just a mask to avoid questioning? Depression isn't just the girl who wears all black. Eating disorders aren't just the super skinny girls who won't touch anything but a salad. This affects not only girls but boys too. You can't see what somebody feels. You can't see what goes on through someone's mind. You only see what they show you.
Anorexia is the third most common chronic illness among teenagers. Eating disorders are as dangerous as any other disorder out there. It's a hatred against food, but our bodies were made to survive on food, which makes people with eating disorders a hazard to themselves. Their bodies cannot function the way that they need them to, and it's such a contradiction in one body that it consumes people and it becomes a very scary situation. The definition of anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. 20% of teens are affected by this mental illness. There is no cure for anxiety. You can do breathing patterns or certain exercises that will somewhat help, but nothing will ever take away what you feel. You will still have that rock in your stomach every day that weighs you down. After every panic attack, you'll still feel the rawness of your throat from your hyperventilation. And every time you say that it'll get better, it won't. Anxiety will be that unwelcome friend that stays with you the rest of your life. No amount of pills or doctor appointments will solve any kind of mental illness.
Depression is more serious than just an emotion to describe your hatred for a test. It's a feeling that causes continuous sadness and loss of interest. Depression is like drowning. It's like suffocating. It's like being trapped in a dark room with no way out. You go through every day hoping each day will get better, but it doesn't, and you start to slowly lose hope. Without help, depression will blindly lead you off a ledge. Depression causes you to lose yourself and lose your way, and when you have nowhere else to turn to, then you turn to something even worse. Self-harming is a way to cope with emotional pain or intense anger. Self-harm is an addiction like drugs. Once you start, it's hard to stop. It's used as a response to the hatred you feel for your body or image. It's used as a punishment because you think you deserve that pain. It's used as a way to feel something when all you feel is numbness and emptiness. All of these disorders and mental problems lead us back to the number 2 million. Some disorders get too extreme and lead to the attempt and sometimes completion of suicide. More teenagers and young adults die from suicide than from cancer, heart disease, AIDS, birth defects, stroke, pneumonia, influenza, and chronic lung disease combined. And suicide is a choice. It is a choice that makes you feel like you have no other choice. Teenagers who go through this go unnoticed because it's easy to hide your mind and thoughts from the world. The same people you see laughing the hardest could be the ones who cry themselves to sleep every night. The number of teenagers who suffer from these disorders are increasing day by day, year by year. Not enough people are aware of these problems. The teens who go through this feel isolated and alone. They are too afraid to speak out. They are too afraid to ask for help. They don't want to be seen as different or damage the image of what society wants them to be. I'll admit I know what it's like. I've been there. It's hard to live feeling lost, alone, isolated, or feeling not good enough. But I promise you that somebody, if not me, knows exactly what you're feeling. On May 8th, 2015, teenagers all around this community participated in the Lifeline Project to raise awareness for the teenagers who are depressed, who have anxiety, who have an eating disorder, who self-harm, and who are suicidal.
The Lifeline Project brings awareness to other people in your community that face the same issues. It's a symbol that people have fought through their problems and that are still going strong. It is a symbol of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel.
An EKG line is used to monitor the activity of a heart in a person. It shows us that in every heartbeat we have, and throughout life, we have ups and downs. It proves that we live through our highest points and our lowest points. Everybody goes through problems. Nobody has an easy life. Without ups and downs, you're just a flat line, and you are dead. The Lifeline Project is a promise that you will continue to push through life no matter what comes across you. It's a promise that you will live through your ups and downs and you will never stop. It's proof that you are never alone.